This episode of It's All in Your Mind is called Conditioning. And no, we won't be talking about your hair care routine. So what is conditioning, you ask? In psychology, conditioning is a fundamental learning process where behaviors are learned or modified through associations with stimuli in their environment. There are two main types of conditioning, classical and operant. First, we will take a look at classical conditioning. Classical conditioning was first researched by Ivan Pavlov. You may be familiar with Pavlov's dogs. In Pavlov's famous experiment, a bell was repeatedly rung before food was presented. The dogs began to salivate at the sound of the bell alone. Pavlov's experiment is the perfect example of classical conditioning. It explains how a neutral stimulus can be paired with a stimulus that causes a response, leading to the neutral stimulus eventually triggering the same response on its own. Now, how are phone notifications an example of classical conditioning, you ask? In the scenario acted out, the phone notification, the sound, was a neutral stimulus. The reason behind the notification, such as a text message or news update, was the unconditioned stimulus, and the reaching for the phone was a conditioned response. Even if the notification isn't for us, society has conditioned us to reach for our own phones. Now we discuss operant conditioning. Operant conditioning is a method of learning that uses rewards and punishments to modify behavior. Behaviors that are reinforced are more likely to be repeated, while behaviors that are punished are less likely to occur. B.F. Skinner, known as the father of operant conditioning, developed a theory that behavior can be shaped by its consequences. He tested his theory by creating the Skinner box. The box was equipped with a lever for rats to engage. The rat would press the lever and a mechanism would release a food pellet. There were also devices to administer adverse stimuli, such as an electric current or a loud noise. And depending on which mechanism the animal engaged, they would either get a reward, promoting repetition of the behavior, or the deterrent of a shock, loud noise to discourage the re-engaging of the device. In operant conditioning, there are three types of reinforcement. There's positive reinforcement, which increases behaviors by presenting a pleasurable stimulus, such as the food pellet in Skinner's box. Then there's also negative reinforcement, which decreases behaviors by stopping or reducing an adverse stimulus, such as the electric shock. Punishment is the imposition of an unpleasant or undesirable outcome. It is a consequence intended to deter undesirable behavior.
One eternity later.
In this first example, we are demonstrating positive reinforcement. Carson is on time and is given a star sticker, whereas Christina was late and given a big X, reinforcing the positive behavior of Carson being on time.
Oh boy, I can't wait to get another star in my paper. Wow, a purple one this time.
You're late again, Christina. Why are you late now?
I don't hate my shoe.
Now you have to write, I will not be late on the board 10 times.
Okay.
In this example, we are showing the continuation of positive reinforcement by giving a star sticker for being on time and a punishment by having to write lines for being late.
Another day, another star.
Christina, you're on time today. Good job.
Can I start, please?
Wow, you
Yeah.
finally got one?
Okay.
In this segment, you see the continuation of positive reinforcement through the use of stickers, negative reinforcement by Christina not having to write lines, and the undesirable behavior of being late transforming to the desired positive behavior of being on time. Now you have seen both classical conditioning and operant conditioning. Both of these theories are not outdated. They both are applied and witnessed still in our day-to-day lives.